I am Marcus Mosher of the Game Day, and today we are looking at the 5 biggest steals in NFL draft history. We do have some criteria that we have to follow. No players drafted in the first 3 rounds of their drafts, and no players selected before 1960. It just gets too hard when we go all the way back to the 40s and 50s. So we're staying 1960s and above. So without further ado, here are the 5 biggest steals in draft history. At number 5 is Charles Haley, a pass rusher that played for the Cowboys and the 49ers. He was a 4th round pick in the 1986 draft. And depending on what team Haley was on, he really did shift the balance of power in the NFC. Haley would win 5 Super Bowls as the team's primary pass rusher on both the 49ers and the Cowboys. He was a 5-time Pro Bowler. He racked up over 100 career sacks. He's one of the best speed rushers that I've ever seen, and he is number 5 on our list of biggest steals of all time. At number 4 is Shannon Sharpe, who was the pick 192 of the 1990 NFL draft. Sharpe fell all the way to the 7th round of that draft because he was too small to be a tight end in the NFL, or at least that's what other general managers thought. At 6'2", under 230 pounds, a lot of people thought he was more like a fullback than a tight end or an H-back, but he sure did prove them wrong. He racked up over 10,000 career receiving yards. He was on 3 Super Bowl winning teams. He made 4 All-Pro teams, 8 Pro Bowlers, one of the greatest tight ends in NFL history, and he comes in at number 4. At number 3 is Deacon Jones, who was picked 186 in the 1961 NFL draft. Jones was actually a 14th round pick from, get this, Mississippi Vocational College. He was also on this list because he coined the phrase sack, right? Without Deacon Jones, we don't have the sack term. We don't have official sack numbers on Deacon Jones, but researchers believe he accumulated somewhere between 170 and 173 career sacks. He was a 5-time All-Pro selection and one of the greatest pass rushers of all time. So we can't keep him outside the top 3. He lands at number 3 in our list. At number 2 is Roger Staubach, the pick number 129 in the 1964 NFL draft. Staubach fell in the draft not because of talent, but actually because he had a 5-year commitment to Navy that teams had to wait out before he would come to the NFL. The Cowboys did pick him late on day 2 of that draft, and they got a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Staubach was the first quarterback ever to appear in 4 Super Bowls. He won 2 Super Bowls. He's one of the top 10, top 12 quarterbacks of all time. Captain Comeback is number 2 on our list for the greatest draft steals of all time. And at number 1, of course, is Tom Brady. Who else could it be? You guys all know the story by now. Picked 199 in his draft. He ends up going on to win 7 Super Bowls, maybe more. His career's not done yet. 14 Pro Bowls, 3 MVPs, and inarguably the greatest quarterback of all time. Found in the 6th round of the draft, there was a dozen quarterbacks drafted ahead of him. Tom Brady, easily the greatest draft steal of all time. Who are your top 5 draft steals of all time? Make sure you leave your answers in comments below. And as always, thank you for watching the Game Day.